This is why you get ghosted before sales calls. My name is Patrick Thomason. I took over 50 sales calls last month in June for my business, Flow Founders. I'm the CEO and founder of networkfounders.com. We're a client acquisition business. We implement systems and automations into your business and infrastructures and everything like that. Basically, I'm going to give you guys 3 pillars as to why your prospects are not showing up to these calls, how to mitigate that. And the last one is the most important. So let's hop into it really quickly. You book in the call, whether you did a cold call, cold email, cold outbound, LinkedIn message, DM, Twitter, X, whatever it is that you do. Maybe it's a warm lead or whatever. You say 4 p.m. Next Thursday is the meeting time. Sales call, you got it on your calendar. They hopefully got it on theirs. 4 p.m. CST rolls around next Thursday. Then I'll show up. You're wondering, you're hitting your head against the wall as to why these prospects do not show up. And it's very simple. It comes down to trust. Now, trust is very vague. What is trust? What is trust with a prospect and what is trust with the business owner? So in essence, the first step that I have for you guys is you are not keeping your prospect in a loop. You're not showing them that you're a trustworthy figure or an authority figure in the space. Now, if I told you that you had a call with Alex Hormozi next Thursday at 4 p.m., would you show up? You best believe you wouldn't even want anything happening 48 hours before to even mess that call up. You would be so emotionally obligated to hop on a call with Alex Hormozi because you know the value that he's providing towards you, and you know exactly where he's at in his business. He has the authoritative proof. He has the essential essence of one of the best entrepreneurs living, and he has all the knowledge, all the game that you could possibly be given. So you will block out your calendar 2 days in advance for Hormozi because you're not missing this meeting. Simply, this is what we are trying to get at with our prospects. So this is what I mean by trust and authority. It's all a mixture. The first thing is pre-call nurture sequences. Now, a lot of guys can book out 6 to 7 days in advance in my calendar. They can do that. But guess what? They will be bombarded with emails. I have a 7-day email sequence if they book 7 days in advance. I have a 4-day email sequence if they book 4 days in advance. Basically, every single day is a touch point. So I'll say, hey, look, just wanted to check in. Here's my XYZ video about XYZ. Give them some game, hit a little touch point. They're still in, the emotional state of, okay, this guy's an authority figure. Okay, this guy, I'm booking a call with him, and they constantly get reminded of what's happening. Then 24 hours before, ask for a reconfirmation. They click the button, they fill out the form again, or they click the button and they just write their name or something like that, and they can reconfirm. And so we really want these points because it keeps them emotionally invested and it keeps them in the game. Whereas if you booked an appointment with me 7 days in advance and I didn't talk to you at all, I've actually had this happen before. I used to do both, and my show up rate drastically increased when I added in the email integration on Calendly. I think it's like $12 a month or something like that. I'm sure there's some free software or anything like that if you were looking for a free version, but definitely use Calendly as far as the sequences go and the integrations go. It's so easy to set up an email flow and do them every single day before. That way, your prospects are very accustomed to you. Give them some YouTube videos, give them a reschedule link, give them a quick little, profile link to your LinkedIn, something like that. You just want to have a touch point every single day, and that's what's going to move a little bit of the needle forward. Now, the next thing that's going to move the needle a little bit more forward is a little bit more powerful. This is more structural. This is more intriguing. This is more trust building content. I don't care what services you provide, what offer you're running, content is going to be king in today's day and age. YouTube, Reels, LinkedIn, whatever it is, and people see your face, they'll be more accustomed to you. It also gives you that sort of authoritative, presence as well, because I've hopped on sales calls with, people who I've watched like probably 30 or 40 hours of their YouTube content. And so after I watched like all that YouTube content, I sort of saw them as an authority figure. So when I hopped on a sales call with them, there's a bit of like, oh, this guy's kind of like, it's like almost like mini celebrity almost, because you've watched them for so long and they haven't seen you. And then when you finally get in front of them, it's kind of like a weird feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but content is going to carry the boats essentially. YouTube, you can add in your YouTube links to your email automations, like what I said on Calendly. Shoot them a YouTube video one day as a touch point for an email. That's what I do. And so I'll either send them, my VSL or a really, good YouTube video that I think I did really good on, or something that's super actionable and really just targets B2C client acquisition, solves a problem. Because if you can get in the repeated process, like Hormozi says, of solving a problem continuously, they will go back to you over and over and over again for the problem to be fixed over and over and over again, and you'll be more trusted on a higher level. That's kind of how it rolls. So you mix content with email integrations, as well as this last tip that I'm going to be giving you. I promise you, your show up rate will increase by a crazy number. I'm not going to put a number out there, at least double, 110%. 110% if you just add in these few little touch points and appointment setting scripts that have to be right. So the last point that we have are what actually it is that you say in the appointment setting process. Now, a lot of you guys will literally just go through a call log or start cold calling people or start cold outreaching people on LinkedIn and Instagram and just sort of talking to them like they're buddy, sort of just, feeling really good with them and just kind of asking them very baseline, superficial questions. And then when you get to the call pitch part and you say, mind if we hop on a quick 30-minute chat, 95% of your prospects just reluctantly say yes. And they just reluctantly say, yeah, sure, kid, I'll give you a shot. Yeah. And then they're not emotionally obligated. And so when the call time does approach, you're very obligated. You're very happy. You just combed your hair or whatever and you try to look nice. And then the dude no-shows. And so this comes down to authoritative presence. So how much are you in control of the conversation during the appointment setting process? What do your scripts look like? Are you seeming like you're coming from a place of lower or a place of higher? We always want to make sure in the appointment setting process, this is how you do not get ghosted ever again. In the messages, you want to be the authority figure. You are the guy who solves this problem. And you have to feel so emotionally obligated that you can solve this problem. You are the authority figure. And talk to them like there's a problem that they have that you need to solve with urgency. So a lot of you guys are in the appointment setting scene and you guys are very passive. Yeah, would you like to hop on a call? Like, I don't know, but would you like to hop on a call? Or like, I know you're working with clients, but like, do you really need more clients? Yeah, I could use a few more clients. Oh, okay. Can I show you a strategy that I'm using to do? You sound passive. You sound bad. You sound like you're coming from a worse place than them. We need to target and talk to them. This is the first thing I set up with all of my clients. The first 24 hours, this bottleneck is fixed for every single one of my clients. We fix this because it's so cringy and it's so easy to spot. And so when you appointment set, there's specific things you have to say, specific pain you have to rub into the prospect's like wound, and specific things you need to be talking about that get them emotionally invested in the call. Things such as like, if you're talking about a pain where they're only signing 4 clients a month, and then we get a point B of, hey, where do you want to be in 6 months if everything goes according to plan? And they say, about 20 clients a month. And you say, well, what's stopping you from getting there on your own? Or I always type a quick message, well, what's stopping you from getting 20 right now? Oh, I'm just lacking the knowledge. And like, I don't know, why are you lacking the knowledge? Like, you have to kind of go back and forth with them and rub in the whys. Why? Because they're giving you the tip of the iceberg right here. And then you want to it's your job to get even deeper. That sounds so weird, but it's your job to literally dig deeper with this stuff. So with that being said, if you seriously just fix your pre-call nurture sequence, which is pretty important, your content, which weighs a lot, and then your appointments and your scripts, exactly what you say. Are you the authority figure, or are you just some passive kid who just is hoping and saying, well, can you please hop on a call with me? Are you basically begging, or do they know they have an issue? Do they know they have a problem? And when they hop on the call, they're ready to get that thing fixed, ready to take action so you can close them at a statistically higher increased amount than you would if they were not emotionally invested. If a prospect hops on a call and they're not emotionally invested, they're not very problem aware, and you don't do a good job of making them problem aware on the sales call, they will see no value in your service, and it doesn't matter if your service is $10, they will simply not pay you money. So I hope those tips helped out. That's exactly how you're going to never get ghosted again on sales calls. I'll catch you guys in the next one.